And there's some of us here this morning, you're worn out spiritually. You're tired, you feel disconnected, you wonder what's wrong with you, and maybe what's needed for you is you've been a Christian for a long time, and at one point or another, you slipped out of the yoke. I'm not saying you lost your salvation. I'm just saying you stopped living as if the power to live the Christian life was in Christ alone. And you begin to think, well, it's about what I do. I've got to impress him. I've got to do all these things. And if you're here this morning and you're worn out spiritually and you're a Christian, all I would ask you to do is get back in the yoke and relax. Just relax in Jesus. And if you're here this morning and you're not a Christian and you would think to yourself, why would faith in Christ be necessary for me to have a relationship with God? And the reason that it's necessary is because left to yourself, if you're honest with yourself, you probably don't even live up to your own moral standards. And your moral standards are a pale comparison to the moral standards of the God who created you, a holy God. And so what will you do with your guilt if you had to give an account? And would it be sufficient? And what the scriptures are telling you is that what Christ has done for you was sufficient. The price he paid, dying on the cross for your sin, was sufficient. And you know it was sufficient because God raised him from the dead 3 days later. And that same Jesus is offering you this invitation. Come to me. If you're worn out spiritually, you need spiritual rest. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. The Christian life isn't trying to impress God once you become a Christian. The Christian life is resting in the truth that God's love towards me has always and forever will be about what Christ has done for me and in me through my Christian life. And is that a step of faith? Yeah. But without faith, it's impossible to please God. And why not just take that step of faith instead of living the rest of your life always worried, always looking over your shoulder whether or not God's satisfied with you? Why not trust him today?